Looks like that's going to result in no stifle here for Jeremy.
Yep.
Two tundras, a swamp of plains, and an island for Shaheen.
Yeah, it looks like early on Engineered Explosives took care of some early Delver of Secrets out of Jeremy Denmon's deck. Shaheen also had some decent sideboard here. A pair of Nimble, he has a Perish in hand. There's a pair of Nimble Mongoose in Denmon's graveyard as well. And now Shaheen goes for the killing blow here with a Batter Skull.
He's not scared of daze or anything, but it's going to get dazed.
Oh, the worst kind, the one they pay 2 for.
Yep. Denmon, 4 lands on the battlefield, 2 Volcanic Islands, 2 Tropical Islands. It appears like a couple of lands in hand as well. Soorani just going to pass the turn back. Denmon will take a draw.
Yep, Soorani drew land 6 that turn, but no need to cast it. It is now Brainstorm fodder.
Wasteland. There's a Flooded Strand.
You do play out the fetch lands, however. You want them in play if a Brainstorm happens.
Ancient Grudge, the draw here for Denmon.
If you look at Shaheen, he's just sitting back on a stack of removal. He has a Perish and a Swords to Plowshares in hand. On Denmon's side, he has a lot of the reactive parts of his deck, but it looks like he's been getting 2 for 1 from Shaheen's control cards.
There's a Brainstorm.
Beautiful, and you see how Shaheen really sculpted his plays over the last couple turns to set up for what might happen were he to draw a Brainstorm, so he gets a full payoff on this draw.
What's interesting about this is the card he actually wants to draw with Brainstorm or find as we work our way into this later game is Lingering Souls. It's probably the best card he can find in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, Temur Delver has no clean answer to a card like Lingering Souls.
This is Vendilion Click.
Does Denmon 3 Lightning Bolts and an Ancient Grudge.
Also a Brainstorm in hand.
Brainstorm and a fetch land. So maybe the plan here was to just bolt Shaheen down really far. It's possible.
Well, here's a Brainstorm. It looks like Denmon's going to hide some cards.
And 2 more fetches and a Ponder. The cards drawn off Brainstorm. Now, it'll be interesting to see what his plan is. Okay, he can't let Shaheen gain life off the GT. Then the Lightning Bolts become much weaker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're on a burnout plan here. I mean, there are 4 Lightning Bolts that are involved in the deck, so.
So if you're not on a burnout plan, then you put some of these Lightning Bolts back, because hanging on to Lightning Bolts in this matchup seems like you're fighting the wrong battle.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're just going to use them on creatures.
You know, one to take care of Vendilion Click, sure, that's reasonable. Vendilion Click's a real threat. You'd like to have that off the battlefield, but when you're playing against a deck that does have Lingering Souls, Lightning Bolt's not at its finest. Ancient Grudge is going to take care of that Umezawa's Jite.
And I actually really like how Denmon's played this. What he's done is that he's making it so that when this Vendilion Click resolves, all the cards in his hand will be Lightning Bolts and lands. So if Shaheen wants to get rid of anything, he'll get rid of a Lightning Bolt, which is, I think, something Jeremy actually wants to have happen. So Shaheen just won't be able to do much with the trigger. Yeah, like Shaheen won't take any of these.
If I'm Shaheen here and I see these cards, depending on what my hand looks like, I probably don't mind. You can have those 2 Lightning Bolts, those 2 lands, and, you know, I'm working with good information, not terribly concerned. Scalding Tarn's the land here for Jeremy. This turn, he might use the Scalding Tarn and sacrifice it to shuffle away with a Brainstorm, and you move on with life. But Jeremy's got to get something going. He's got to find Nimble Mongoose, Delver of Secrets, Tarmogoyf, get a clock out there. That's what this Temur Delver deck is all about.
Shaheen will crack a fetch land. Remember, he did Brainstorm last turn, so he's going to want to reset the deck. Where Shaheen gets to pull ahead is he has that last Brainstorm found him a copy of Snapcaster Mage, which once he finds a fetch land, he can Snapcast back the Brainstorm, get some more card advantage going to replace any dead draws he's had, and have a 2-1, which will force another Lightning Bolt out of Jeremy's hand.
If the game keeps going like this, Shaheen Soorani is going to be moving on to the finals.
Yeah, and I mean, as you've been mentioning, it's just a matter of time until Shaheen finds a Lingering Souls, and then it really changes.
Shaheen very quickly reaching for mana. 2. Snapcaster Mage.
Snapcaster.
Looks like he's ready to flashback Brainstorm right now, especially because he knows the coast is clear, given he knows the opponent's hand. 3 cards, one of which is Marsh Flats, another one of them is Rest in Peace. That's a good one against Temur Delver.
Yep, kept the Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace, when it's in play, really hurts this deck. Nimble Mongoose are forever 1/1s. Tarmogoyfs aren't even cards anymore.
Shaheen on Jeremy's upkeep is going to sacrifice. His fetch land doesn't want to have to worry about any stifle nonsense. Get a basic island. Denmon will draw a card. Appears to be a cantrip. We'll start by sacrificing Scalding Tarn. And we got Tropical Island. And you might have a Ponder on the way here in just a moment, as both players will cut each other's deck.
Ponder was one of the cards he'd hidden off Brainstorm, so it's going to help him reset and find some action, but he's going to need that soon.
There is Ponder. 3 cards, none of which are very exciting. There's a Pyroblast, there's a Daze, and there's a land.
Yeah, I don't know if the reactionary cards are things that Denmon can take, and that's the conclusion he comes to as well.
Pretty quick shuffle there for Jeremy.
So I'll just be getting a mystery card off the top. We still know about the pair of lightning bolts. He hasn't chosen to spend any of those on Snapcaster Mage just yet.
Brainstorm a pretty nice draw, because Brainstorm's always a nice draw.
Yeah, absolutely true. Brainstorm great tier. Jeremy has another fetch land in his hand that he's been sitting on. Some lightning bolts that are less than good. Any business card he has here, he'll get to hang on to, as he has plenty of things to get rid of.
2 Delvers and a Nimble Mongoose for the draws.
Excellent.
He's been looking for creatures for some time, and he just found 3 of them.
Right, and that's the power of Brainstorm, and he gets to keep all 3, put back things he doesn't want, and he may not even have to redraw them.
Now what's curious is how many he wants to deploy. Starting with 1 Delver is pretty easy. Does he want to play another Delver? Does he want to play all 3?
Yeah, what are the, he knows the deck list, so he has to think about the kind of things he's playing around. Shaheen does play a Supreme Verdict. The Engineered Explosives in Sheen's list is already gone in the graveyard, so that one's fine. It's just the Verdict is a true sweeper.
There's Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah, but as we know, Shaheen has a lot of removal. Has Swords, Council's Judgment, Perish, drew another Swords. It's going to be a long time before Jeremy gets to attack with a creature.
There's 3 mana. Might see the Perish now.
Yeah, and this is a well-sequenced play from Shaheen to know how much of an upper hand he has. He has Rest in Peace in his hand, a card that is really great against Teamer, but the reason he's actually not playing it out is because he has 1 more Snapcaster Mage in his list. He frankly just doesn't even need to run out Rest in Peace until Jeremy plays a green creature that Shaheen can't kill. So he's just not playing Rest in Peace because of a 1-of in his deck, and then the flashbacks on his Lingering Souls.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's just point and click. You play a creature, I'm killing it. Play another one, kill that one too.
He doesn't need to preemptively kill Jeremy's creatures when he can just kill them as they come.
Shaheen will untap with that Snapcaster Mage, draw a card. Uh-oh.
That is the win con.
It's time for Spirits. Shaheen gonna flash it back. Look at him do his thing. 4 Spirit tokens on the way.
Lingering Souls, all 4 of them.
I can't help but have a smile on my face. Soorani got to untap. Talking with Shaheen after he beat Tom Ross in the last round of day 1, he said, you know, Tom's really good, but his Infect deck can't beat Lingering Souls.
Glistener Elves and Inquath Nexus don't do so well with these 1/1s.
I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, yeah, you're right. He can't ever beat that. As long as you kill Blighted Agent a bunch, you're in pretty good shape. Lightning Bolt gonna go after a 4th of a card.
Not even wrong. Just that's the reality of the situation.
Yep. Brainstorm the draw. We're getting to the point now where Jeremy just doesn't have very many good cards to draw to. Shaheen's got him covered a lot of different ways.
Shaheen may have enough kill spells in hand to deal with all the creatures left in Jeremy's deck.
And this is just something that makes Legacy so interesting, is that some decks just line up very poorly against Lingering Souls, and this Teamer Delver deck is certainly one of them. There's a Delver of Secrets.
All right, so this is the 2nd Delver. Jeremy only has 1 Mongoose left in his deck. And then when you consider that there's a Rest in Peace in Shaheen's hand, there are no Tarmogoyfs that matter in Jeremy's deck, so he literally just doesn't have a way to deal the remaining 13 damage. Too many bolts are in the yard. Yeah, if Jeremy got to draw all the cards in his deck, I'm not certain he could win from here.
Shaheen going to resolve a Brainstorm. 2 cards will be going back here in just a moment. Let's see what's next. Now a Ponder. I don't give him a shuffle unless he likes a 3rd card that's down there. He's looking through the graveyard. perhaps he's found that Snapcaster Mage. We do know he has Dig Through Time in his list as well this weekend.
Have seen him cast that for the full 8 mana due to his own rest in peace.
That's true.
Thing that happened yesterday. He won that game.
Oh, yes. Beat Storm in that game. Here's Snapcaster Mage. Flashing back. Source of Plowshare. See you later, Delver.
Shaheen said it before, but just has more kill spells than Jeremy has creatures in his deck.
Yeah. Denmon going to sacrifice a land. Get a shuffle here from his Brainstorm. He's down to 6.
Yeah. See here, a couple Delvers, 1 Mongoose, and some Tarmogoyfs. That's it. So unless Jeremy counters the rest in peace, the Tarmogoyfs are no good.
Denmon will draw. He found a Null Rod. And he's going to extend the hand. Shaheen Soorani is going to win this match here over Jeremy Denmon. 2-0. Esper Stoneblade takes care of Teamer Delver. And that means Shaheen is moving on to the finals to play against Josh Pelrine, our #1 overall seed, and his Omnitel deck. Oh, well. Something new and something old in the finals. This should be interesting to watch. Not sure who I like in the matchup. Shaheen has some interesting tools that I think are pretty good. A card like Thoughtseize can be pretty good against the Omnitel deck, but Omnitel also has a lot of cantrips and Dig Through Time.
Yeah, and that's an interesting